This is the worst drought in history. Eggplants turned into fried eggs by the high ground temperatures. The unripe watermelon burns into a pot of hot soup under the scorching sun. A large pumpkin about to be picked is turned into pumpkin porridge. The cactus in the desert was roasted into a kettle. Even the skeleton of an old cow is so dizzy that he can't help talking nonsense. It hasn't rained for 10 years. Water is scarce. When they're really thirsty, they make lemonade with sweat, mud, and lemons they picked 10 years ago. A glass of this will bring you back to life in no time. The thermometer was about to explode, and if it didn't rain, we'd all dry out. So the sheik was ready to find a sorcerer to ask for rain. And the man selling umbrellas was the unlucky one. If he doesn't get rain, he's finished. Forced by the chief's authority, the man had to put on a temporary show. He kept hiding his embarrassment with a smile. But even though the drums were breaking, there was still no rain. The sturdy sun smiled and laughed. Then it threw down a few fireballs. The earth was dry and cracked. And the cracks continue to grow. The man straightens his body. Even when the cracks pass through, he doesn't want to leave the shade. Everywhere he goes, nothing grows. The man thought he had escaped. But the cracks went the other way. The only valuable piece of china in the house was not saved. Then the crack went straight for the chief, who ran for his life. But this thing is like a GPS tracker, it's chasing him. Even the hard railroad tracks couldn't escape its clutches. Luckily, the chief's IQ came online in time and he figured out the direction of the crack and changed the track. That's how he escaped. He was so angry, he kicked the wizard out of the air. With a whoosh, he fell into a dry well 10 miles away. The chief put out a bounty on the rainmaker's head. Soon the village's famous wave band came to his door. After 2.5 minutes of haggling, a deal was struck. The men began to play the drums like crazy. Music is really penetrating. The dark clouds on the mountaintop woke up and swayed to the dynamic rhythm. Seeing that the time was right, the man's rhythm intensified and he turned into a lightning bolt. It hit the dark clouds right in the ass. Instant rain poured down, drenching the chief. Rhythm of the music, the girls danced happily in the rain. The noblewoman was carried out by the butler to enjoy the rain. The skeleton of an old cow stood up and drank as much as he wanted to. The cracked earth gradually healed under the nourishment of the rain. The cactus, which had been turned into a kettle, was revitalized. And the pumpkins became fuller as soon as the eye could see them. The rain continued for 3 days and 3 nights. Even when the whole town was flooded, the music never stopped.